Hey guys, welcome to Novel Study Week 2. All assignments this week will be due on May 3rd, which is Sunday. So let's take a look at what we're going to be learning this week. You're going to be covering exposition, vocabulary, and conflict, and then you have a Flipgrid response. But don't panic. There's some slides in here that'll go over what these things are and just refresh your memory. So step one is exposition. Exposition focuses on the characters and the setting. One thing I want to point out to you is there's a video here for you to listen to the instruction, not the instructions, but it'll tell you what exposition is. So if you click this video, it'll describe what's in this chart for you. And basically, in a nutshell, exposition is the characters and the setting. Your protagonist, your antagonist, and then any other important characters. So make sure you click this so you can get more information on that. Same thing with the second half for setting. You click this video and you'll get more information on that. Once you've gone through those slides, there's another slide that shows you where exposition is on the plot diagram, and it's always first, which helps a lot because the exposition is the beginning where we learn the characters and the setting, and they're all introduced. So now you have a chart, a graphic organizer that you're going to fill out. You have to use complete sentences, and it wants to know how many pages have you read this week? And then who is the protagonist or the main character in your book, and describe them. I do have my examples in here just in case you need to use them. So take advantage of those so that you can get an idea of what you need to put. The next section is vocabulary. And this slide just tells you why it's so important. Why do we even care about vocabulary? And it just helps us comprehend. It helps us understand. A lot of times we read and we're like, I don't know what this word means, but I'm going to keep reading. And we don't really understand what's going on in the story because of that one word. So when we figure out what that word means and we read it again, it makes so much more sense. And so then we're increasing our brain power. So after we've reviewed that, we go to vocab, and you have another part of your graphic organizer. You're going to identify two parts or two words from your reading that you don't know. Well, I know all the words in my reading. That's fine. Pick two words that you think other people may struggle with. And so you'll type those two words here and then Google what their definition is, like I did here, and I put my definition next to it. Then you're going to choose one of these words from above and you're going to write it in a sentence. So I wrote mine in a complete sentence at the bottom as an example as well. The third step is conflict. And there's a vocabulary video for you to watch on conflict. And then you're going to tell me what is the conflict or the problem in your story so far. And there's a hint. What is the quest that Percy's going to go on? Here's an example of how I responded to this, and then you'll type your response there. And then the last part is a Flipgrid where you're going to record everything, all of your answers from the exposition and conflict slides only, not the vocab. So I put the slide numbers here for you to look back on so you know which ones you're responding to. I recommend that you can either print it out if you have a printer so you can read your responses, or you can record on your phone and use a computer to read them. It's easier if you have two separate things. Some people write a paragraph and then they read the paragraph. Whatever works for you, that's what you use. But you're going to record your answers. You don't have to read the questions, just what you put in the boxes. And here are some instructions on how to use Flipgrid. So you'll click this link and it'll be here. You'll click that, and then you have to log in with Google and make sure you select your student email. Otherwise, it won't let you in. Then you click the plus sign, you record your response. And then that's it. Just remember, you don't have to put your whole face in there. You can cover it with an emoji. And that makes people feel a little bit more comfortable, but whatever works for you. Just remember what responses you're talking about in your video and how to access Flipgrid.